These things are huge. Like, look at this compared to my head. She was very independent. She was a nurse. Tyrone ain't had nobody job because Tyrone wanted to sit in the living room all day with his hands in his pants watching P-Valley all day long. Hey guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we are doing some gigantic, okay, these things are massive, huge crab legs. Like, look how big this is. I told y'all about these Friday. These things are huge. Like, look at this compared to my head. Like, it's huge. So that's what we're doing today. I know y'all can't hardly see my face. Where's my towel? These are definitely the biggest crab legs that I've ever seen. I don't know, I've seen some pretty big ones, but this is the biggest that I've ever seen. So let's go ahead, jump right in. Let me say my grace. Amen. Hey y'all, happy Monday. Y'all, these things are so freaking big. I got these from Rose. For today's drink, I'm drinking a tequila sunrise. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. Let me try to sit up some because these things are like so big. Turn my warmer off. I do have a story time. All right, y'all, we're gonna get into these. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this. Look at this cloth. Like, look how big this is. I don't know if how it's coming across on how it look on camera, but honey, these things are big. I had to pull out my big pot to cook these today. Usually I can cook my crab legs, you know, in a regular size pot. But I had to pull out the real crab pot to cook these. All right, so where's my dip? So we do have, oh snap, we do have a story time. Oh, that's good. Where's my, dang, I forgot my scissors. Okay, so today's story time is from For My Man. So there was this girl. I gotta name her Keisha today because, y'all, she was food. Okay? She was very independent. She was a nurse. So she was really close with her mom and her sister. They ended up moving to, we'll just say, Maryland. And Keisha stayed behind to finish school. So she finished school. She was a nurse. She met this guy, Tyrone. Y'all already know. Tyrone ain't had nobody job. So Keisha would be working 60 hours a week. She was a hustler, but not like that. She wasn't trying to work to black off herself. She was just, you know, she had to do it because Tyrone wanted to sit in the living room all day with his hands in his pants watching P-Valley all day long. And they were married. So Keisha got tired of it. They had 3 kids together. So Keisha told Tyrone one day, she said, I'm going on vacation. And I'm going to visit my mom and the rest of my family. And we'll be back. Keisha walked out that door and ain't never see Tyrone again. She ain't have no intentions on going back. So because she was working so much, you know, she had the kids, she wanted to kind of spice up her life a little bit. So Keisha started dating online. And she would meet up with several different guys. She had several different guy friends. You know, one she would call when she needed a little sexual healing. The other one she would call when she wanted to go shopping and she just wanted to throw it in the bag. You know, whatever. She had a guy for every day of the week. Okay. Now, mind you, she was a nurse. Sometimes she would do, what do you call it? Like, I guess in-home care. Where you would just go to their house. So she goes to this lady's house. This particular lady had this fine son, child. He was a little tenderoni. Now he is 10 years younger than Keisha. And the attraction was almost immediate. So now, yeah, these things are so big. Girl, so now they round this lady house all on the washing machine while she sleep, on the kitchen table, the counter, and wherever else. So remember, he was a little young tenderoni, so his back was strong. So girl, of course, the mom of the tenderoni, we'll call the tenderoni Pretty Ricky. So of course, Pretty Ricky mom loved Keisha too, because she was there taking care of her, so she loved her too. So her and Pretty Ricky, Keisha and Pretty Ricky is now an item. They date. And oh, she fell hard for Pretty Ricky, right? So they would go out, and Pretty Ricky had kind of like a wandering eye. Like, he liked Keisha too, but he was young, you know. So when they went out, Keisha saw that, you know, he would look at some of the younger girls. So she was like, okay, I need to do something to lock him down, because, you know, I don't want to lose him. Y'all look at this. This thing is so big. She like, I don't want to lose him. So what does Keisha do? Keisha tells Pretty Ricky she pregnant. Now remember who her husband was. Well, he's still her husband, because child, they ain't never got a divorce, because Tyrone can't pay for nobody divorce. So they ain't never get a divorce. So that's still her whole husband. So girl, because she was dating Tyrone, sister got her tubes tied after the third child. They always get their tube tied when they dating Tyrone. They get tired of Tyrone foolishness. They tired of Tyrone foolishness. But she's still gonna tell Pretty Ricky that she is having a baby. Now, she was like a heavyset girl, so she kind of fooled him a little bit, month after month. On top of that, she a nurse, so she knew what type of, you know, symptoms and lies to come up with to get him to believe the whole thing. So she was able to pull the wool over his eyes for months. Now, Pretty Ricky mama, on the other hand, she was excited because this would be her first grandbaby. So she's like, well, why we can't never go to any of your doctor's appointments with you? So Keisha would come up with some type of excuse on why they can't come to the doctor appointments. Now her side of the family didn't know that she was over there lying, telling these people that she's pregnant. But she had to come up with some type of plan. And so what she told her family was that she was going to become a foster parent for this lady that couldn't take care of her kid. She had this whole little story, and they was happy for her. She was a nurse, so they didn't have any reason not to believe her. So Keisha came up with the story to tell her soon-to-be mother-in-law that she was having complications with the pregnancy and she had to go out of town to see a specialist. Everybody believed her because, again, they didn't have any reason not to. So Keisha decides she gonna take somebody's baby. She buys a gun. She asks her sister if she can hold her car to go out of town to get the new baby. And of course her sister let her. So Keisha said, well, she know that the security is going to be pretty tight if she decides to do it at a hospital. So she said that she would rather just go to a clinic. You know, like where you take your baby to get checkups and stuff like that. So she's sitting in the parking lot. She got a wig on in her sister's car, and she got the peacemaker, waiting for anybody to pull up with a baby. Becky pulls up. Now this a whole white baby. This baby got blonde hair, blue eyes. But Keisha ain't thinking right. So she see Becky going in with her baby. She pulls her car on the side of Becky's car. So while she's waiting on Becky to come out, she's sending Pretty Ricky and the grandma pictures of pictures that she found on the internet, telling them she just had a baby and they would be there as soon as they can. Now she was calling them because she knew the grandma couldn't drive where she was, and Pretty Ricky ain't had nobody to call. So he couldn't drive nowhere. So they couldn't do nothing but wait. And she telling her family she got the baby, she on her way back. Girl. Becky walked. Wait a minute, did I leave some meat in there? Hold on. Girl. Becky then walks out of the appointment. Keisha lying behind, points the peacemaker out the window, snatches off her own wig. Okay, she snatched her own wig and just start popping at Becky. Becky's still trying to fight, trying to hold on to her baby. But Becky ended up passing out. Keisha got the baby and drove off. When the police and everybody arrived on the scene, Becky was able to give them a short description before she passed away. Now, there were some witnesses out there that was able to get the tag number and things like that. Keisha gets back to her sister's house. She calls her mother-in-law, tells her to come pick her up. She at her sister's house, her and the baby. Of course, the lady is excited to see her grandbaby. So she's like, okay, I'm on my way. She get there, pick Keisha line behind her. Now, while everybody oohing and ahhing over this little blonde hair, blue-eyed baby, because they ain't in their right mind right now. Because y'all know, Mother them would have been like, who baby is this? Because this is not my son's baby, okay? Somebody's been creeping around. So, girl, Keisha, while everybody oohing and ahhing over the baby, a light bulb go off in her head that she didn't clean up behind herself. She got Becky blood on the outside of the car, blood on the cell phone. She got the gun in the car, everything all in her sister's car. The police riding around the neighborhood looking for the car, and they come across the car in the apartments in front of her sister's house. So of course they got everything roped off. So guess who rose up on the popos? Lying behind Keisha. So Keisha tells them she saw on the news what happened. Now, it haven't even been on the news yet. She just saw what happened on the news. She found the baby on the step. And she just coming back to see if anybody came back for the baby. Girl, they threw her behind in that police car. So, then it was on the news. Her family, Pretty Ricky them, all saw it on the news together. Pretty Ricky went down to the jailhouse because he couldn't believe that this woman would do something like that for him. So he just felt like, oh, she just loved me so much. She did all of this for me, so I'm not gonna give up on her. So Pretty Ricky take his tie behind down there, telling her, you know, he loved her, he not gonna leave her, blah, blah, blah. So he went to see her for about a month. So they gave her a deal and told her if she write a statement, tell them everything that happened, that they wouldn't give her the death penalty, but she would still have to do life in jail. So she'll never get out of jail. And she ended it with Pretty Ricky. Told them don't never come back to see her again. I said, girl, you should have stayed with Tyrone. That's the only time I would say you should have stayed with Tyrone. Because, girl, I don't know. I don't know what happened. But, honey, lying Keisha is gone, okay? She gone. Y'all, these crab legs are so good. I don't know, it's something about these. They taste sweeter. Look at this claw. I wish I had like some regular size crab legs to show y'all so I can compare the two. This one's still big, but it's not as big as this one. So let's see if I could kind of show y'all. Y'all probably can't even really tell. These things are huge. My arm hurt. Reaching over here. They so good. Y'all, did a new P-Valley come on last night? Because when I put power on record, I saw P-Valley. So I'm like, is that a new one? I haven't watched it yet, but I did put it on record. So y'all let me know, because the little light-skinned girl, she was still working and twerking. So I said, well, I thought she owned the club, so this gotta be old, because I wouldn't still be working and twerking if I didn't gave them all my money to be a owner of the club. Y'all let me know, child. Ooh. Yes, yes. Woo. That was good. Okay, I'm gonna save these for later. I had 4 up here and I ate 3. But this big claw right here, I gotta save that, cause I'm full. That was a treat, y'all. Okay guys, so I hope you're done eating. If you're eating with me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the next 2 videos at the bottom of the screen, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.